Hey, what's up everybody, man? So before I actually get into the actual breakdown of Jerry Jeudy, I think it's only fair to let y'all know that I'm not really rocking with Jerry Jeudy like that. Partially is because, when Jerry Jeudy was coming out of Alabama, he just had a lot of hype around his name, just like all the other top Alabama receivers. But it was to the point where the scouts and the fans were saying, this dude is the best receiver in his draft class and he should be the first one off the board. Even though he was the second one off the board to the Broncos, I did know realistically at the time that other receivers in his draft class were going to have the opportunity to be better than him, at least right now. Just due to opportunity, because he was drafted to a team that had Courtland, Sutton, Noah Fant, and they also drafted KJ Hamler. But to see Jerry Jeudy get drafted by the Broncos, Courtland Sutton faced a season-ending injury, and this dude get promoted to the #1 wide receiver by default, and see him do nothing with his opportunity really disappoints me. It disappoints me to the point where I go back and see what did they say he was going to bring to the Broncos from the jump. They said a polished route runner with the game that's plug and play ready, and they said he could play the slot, and he can also be a potential #1 wide receiver in an offense that creates big play opportunities for its playmakers. Obviously, the Broncos have been able to do that this year because their quarterback situation has been iffy. Injuries, it's all been bad. But still, when you look at film and look at the opportunity that this man has had to do something, and you look at the receivers that were drafted after him, it's like, man, this dude ain't really like that. And don't get me wrong, the scouts is right about his route running. The route running, crispy and official. Right here, just surgical with it. Gets the outside advantage, corners out of position, got the separation by hitting with that out route. He was going to have the separation from the jump, just how he ran the route. Same thing right here. Gets the inside advantage this time. The corner he's beat, he just trying to catch up. Hit him with the fake post, boom. Hit him with this. I forgot what that route's called, but it's a good catch by Jerry Jeudy. Just, the routes are just so crispy. Right here, fake like he's going to go jab him. Goes ahead and gets the fade. And he's definitely in position to pull off the fade. He's selling it. Great. Then he just, boom. Hit him with the curl. Great separation by Jerry Jeudy. Killed the corner, and then he gets in for the easy touchdown. But my problem is when he is open and do all this fantastic route running, he's dropping wide open passes. The passes just don't get no better than that. You can complain about his quarterback situation all you want, but what about when the passes are there? You have to make these catches, bruh. This is not something that I expect out of a receiver that they said was going to be the best out of his class. And even on this play right here, there's some people that's going to say this is good defense. It is good D. But the ball was put where it needs to be. It was put where it needs to be. It's right in the hands. And he just does not bring the ball in, man. Like, you're supposed to be the #1 wide receiver by default. You was a top receiver in your draft class, and you're dropping the wide open passes right out of your hand, And then on top of this man dropping standard open passes, he's also dropping a passes that you expect someone that was drafted in the first round to make. If I draft you in the first round, the second receiver off the board, you need to bring catches like that in. You need to bring catches like this in as well. When you really analyze it, the corner had no real effect on him dropping the ball. His hand was basically on his armpit nearly. Jerry Jeudy just flat out dropped the ball, just did not make the play. And I'm just tired of seeing this. Same thing right here. If I draft you in the first round, yeah, this pass is bad, but based off your frame and your hands, you should make that catch. Same thing right here. A lot of people are going to think that he got hit before he actually was able to bring it in, but that is not true. It went right through his hands in traffic. Here's a better look, just a snapshot in clear vision. Right through the hands, not even the hands, that's through his arm. That's unacceptable, man. The only time where I saw Jerry Jeudy really show first round value was when he went up and just snatched the ball right out of Jets' corner hand. Maybe because that corner plays for the Jets. That's probably why he did that. But other than that, I've just been seeing a lot of drop balls, a lot of disappointment, and just not the value that you expect from a guy that was drafted in the first round, But what I will say is, if Jerry Jeudy does find some hands, he can potentially be a threat, getting yards after the catch. And he really would just be someone that can complement Courtland Sutton. Because when you look at the way he gets yards after the catch, you can really put two and two together and see that the pick made sense at the time. Jerry Jeudy, he has a good frame. You could play him in the slot. You could play him outside. The dude is going to get open. That's facts. And on top of that, he can get some yards after the catch from here and there. So the pick makes sense at the time. But right now, when you look at dudes like Chase Claypool, Justin Jefferson, Brandon Ayuk, y'all know what I'm saying. When you look at the other receivers that were drafted after him, the pick just doesn't make sense right now. And I really just am not high on Jerry Jeudy. I just gotta see him get better, What I will say is I understand that, he did lose a lot of reps due to COVID like everybody else, But at the same time, also understand that his quarterback situation has been up and down all year. But like I also said, with the opportunities that he's been presented, he has not shown up enough to the point where I can really excuse him for what's going on. You feel me? That's really how I feel about Jerry Jeudy. And I also want to throw in there, this may be a little bit of a reach, but I understand he runs great routes and all. That's what he really gets praised for. But KJ Hamler also runs great routes too. And he was drafted in the second round, Do you really want to sit up here and act like it's cool that they drafted Jerry Jeudy and all he brought to the table was pretty much good route running? Let's be real, you feel me? I'm going to just leave on that note. Just let me know what y'all feel in the comment section, how you feel about Jerry Jeudy. Let me know everything. Like, comment, subscribe, and I got some more content coming soon.